Hey guys, so how was the turf? I know when Red Bull and Walrus were in here, they both complained about the turf conditions. Did you guys have any experience with it that you guys felt was unsafe or not really playable?
Well, I feel like, at some point Audi was like that, like last year at some point, so I feel like shit happens. It wasn't like amazing, but it could have been worse, you know? So I just
Yeah.
wasn't ideal. But that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
Like we should be able to play regardless of that. Once again, Audi's been like that before, so you know.
Yeah, not ideal. I don't think it played to either of our strengths. It wasn't the prettiest game
No.
for the fans, but yeah, hopefully they can sort that out.
Yeah, it was actually a pop-up concert that caused the problem.
A
And
pop-up
I've
concert.
heard.
Yeah.
You know who it was?
Priorities.
From Amsterdam or something, and they wanted to host a concert, and Sports Illustrated said okay, and yeah, originally the first concert wasn't supposed to be until October.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
well, hopefully they
Yeah,
had
hopefully for
fun.
Gotham that
Yeah.
they can do some good work quickly.
Yeah.
Anything else?
We'll go to Jason on Zoom.
Hi, Hal. Hi, Aubrey. Thanks for speaking with us.
Hi.
Um, I wanted to ask a little about Adrian talked about the challenge when a team goes down to 10, they immediately drop off, they deny space, they focus on exactly what Gotham seemed to focus on in that last hour. What were you both seeing in terms of trying to build through that and maybe open them up and maybe where some of the issues might have come up in doing that?
I think we honestly needed to be a little more creative. I feel like sometimes we were just like lobbing balls into the box, and I don't think we've been super strong in our aerial presence these days. So I don't think that was like the solution for us. So I think we could have been a little more creative, like in our movements and what we were doing up there. But that comes with time. I feel like that's something that we can work on. It's been something that we needed to work on. So it's a wake up call.
Yeah, I think our best chances really came off of our high press, uh, pressing Burger. She gave us a couple really good opportunities. And then, of course, when they're down a player, they weren't really building out of the back anymore. So, yeah, I just had to kind of change our tactics and credit to them. They defended well in their low block. And yeah, it's not something you really work on, um, you know, attacking a low block. So we will, and we'll get better at that. But yeah, we just got to put away our chances when we get them, because if we score some of those in the early parts of the game, then we don't have to worry about that.
Right. Just being like more effective, like from the start with what we are given.
And kind of along those lines, it's last week the equalizer came from getting the ball out wide, putting crosses in. Last week the field felt very wide, and today it felt very, very narrow throughout. Were there maybe some openings when you think back, you say, "Oh, that was an opening where we could have switched the field and then found someone in space," or was it just that hard to find those openings against Gotham today?
I think we could have switched it. There is definitely some opportunities. I even missed some opportunities to switch the ball. So I think, like you said, they we had a couple openings that we could have definitely taken advantage of.
Yeah, we're trying to work on our patience and wait for the good moments, but yeah, it's a tough balance of like when to be patient, when to circulate, when to switch it, but also like you have to serve some balls in the box. So
Yeah.
that's something we'll definitely be working on.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks to you both.
We'll go to Andre.
Hey, Hal and Aubrey, thanks for speaking with us. Hal, I wanted to ask you just about like your view of the game as a midfielder. When a team goes down to 10 players and the spaces get tight, what does that look like? How much more difficult does it kind of make your job in terms of like playing those line breaking passes?
Yeah, so especially that's what like playing against a low block is tough. I feel like that's honestly something we can learn to be a little better at because I think those interchanging movements will be so important, like in the pockets and stuff like that, and finding the overloads. I feel like we had moments where we did find the overload and we were maybe able to slip a ball in and kind of create that opportunity on the back post or something. But once again, just being more creative with those movements off of each other so that we can like eventually if we get more creative someone's going to have like space to free up, so just being smarter with that I guess, but yeah.
Appreciate that. And I have a question for both of you, and it's about Sophia Cantore. She made her debut today. She's been with the team not that long, it seems, but Adrian said he thinks he's fitting in well. The environment is kind of helping new players come in and hit the ground running. What has been your experience with her, and how excited are you to have a player like her join the team?
Yeah, I think she brings like a ton of experience. Obviously, she just came from like a successful run in the Euros, and whether it's like in club, she's been playing for a long time for like Juve or obviously internationally. I think she'll bring like a lot of good stuff to our team. And even today, I feel like she had some really good like dynamic movements off the ball. I think just like with building off of the chemistry with our teammates and stuff like that, I feel like with more time, it'll bring a lot for us.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to add.
Perfect. And then Hal, I have to ask a question about the shirt. Where'd it come from? And
Guys, I literally look so conceited right now, but like
I told her you're really wearing a shirt.
I know she bullied me before I came here, but my other shirt was sitting in my bag for a while and wasn't giving crisp. So I got this one literally off the field and I was like, oh, this came at the perfect time. So shout out to the fan. I think her name was Sophie or something. Sophia, she made this for me. Yeah.
Oh, you got it today?
I literally got it today and my
Oh.
shirt was sitting in my bag and I was like, this doesn't smell great. So I
She
really
wants
wanted
to look at
that.
herself for the
Yeah, I'm
5-hour bus
extra
ride back.
conceited. I know everyone could look at me in my shirt. So
it's an awesome shirt, so thank you.
thanks.
Some Clemson in there.
I know, right? Go Tigers.
Marissa, you can go ahead.
Hi, Aubrey. Hi, Hal. Thanks for speaking with us today. Question for you both. Coming out of this game, I know it was obviously a really frustrating one. What is something that you guys feel that the team can build on moving forward?
Yeah, definitely disappointing to not get 3 points, especially being a player up for so long. We'll definitely, like Hal said, a lot of this press conference, work on attacking, breaking down a low block, being creative, just different ways to beat them. Yeah, we had a lot of success out wide, but just need to kind of figure out how to work that. But then also like combos playing through the middle, and just the quality of our finishing. I think that needs to improve going into the second half of the season.
Yeah, just like our final ball, I feel like of course, like we weren't super successful with the services that we were putting into the box, but I feel like our quality could have been a little better on those. Because I feel like Berger was able to come up and like scoop a couple floaters from us. So I know we were not, I know we literally, yeah, just being a little more effective with the opportunities that we did have, like lobbing it into the box.
Appreciate it. And then just to follow up, Hal, I know you've been back in the lineup consistently now, just coming back from injury, and just wondering how you're feeling being 90 minutes fit.
I'm feeling better. I was a little like, I mean, obviously everyone needed the break, but selfishly, I got like a couple games playing 90s again, and then we had like the month-long break, and I was like, dang. So now I'm like excited to build back up again, because I mean, of course, coming after a break, like we need to get that flow again, playing 90s together. But I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah. Last game I was cramping a little bit towards the end. This game I didn't, so we're on an upward trend.
I appreciate it, Aubrey and Hal. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Everyone good?